K-Dog here. Today I'm going to be talking about what if Ezekiel had not said those sexist remarks that got him kicked off of Total Drama Island in the very first challenge. Okay, so with that being said, let's begin. Okay, so we start after the cliff diving challenge. Ezekiel would have been watching everyone jump, kind of impressed. He did make a confessional talking about what his dad had taught him. And that after what he saw, after he saw the girls jump, maybe his dad was wrong. But to be sure, he'd go to somebody for advice. He'd go to DJ for advice. He'd tell him what his dad taught him, and he would quickly say that yes, his dad was wrong, and he should not say that in front of any of the other girls if he wants to live to see another day on this show. So with that, Ezekiel would not say those words. Which means at dinner, when they propose either DJ or Courtney's going home, Ezekiel will keep his mouth shut. So with that being said, yes, Courtney will be going home first. Episode 3, The Big Sleep. Not much will really change, other than when Heather steals Eva's MP3 player, Ezekiel will catch her, quickly tell Eva, and Eva will probably either hit Heather or basically intimidate her and then give it back, and basically says, I catch you touching my stuff again, you're going down. So maybe DJ will be telling about the real world, and I think as time goes by, I think the question is brought up about girls. DJ would ask Ezekiel if there are any girls he may like, and if so, who? Ezekiel will explain that he didn't really see many females around where he lives, so he can't really say. But I'd say one girl would catch his eye, and that girl is gonna be Izzy. Yes, I'm doing a little Ezekiel Izzy pairing for this what if. Yes, I like Izzy and all, but I feel this one could have been more interesting. So with that being said, it's revealed Ezekiel has a crush on Izzy, and not much will really change other than the fact Gophers are gonna win again, and this time he's not gonna go berserk because she has her MP3 player, which means I believe someone, maybe either Katie or Sadie will be going home. I'm gonna say Sadie. Episode 4, Dodge Brawl. Not much will change other than the fact that Ezekiel and Eva will be participating. I'm gonna say even with Eva out there, the Gophers still win thanks to Cody. They wake up Duncan and they come back. Which means Ezekiel would be out trying to do Duncan's plan. And I'm gonna say in the last round, Heather tells Noah that if he doesn't compete, he's going home. And Noah reluctantly decides to if he wants to last long. But even with the addition of Noah, the Gophers are still gonna lose. And they choose Justin to go out because of his cheating in the last challenge and the fact that he didn't really contribute much. So, bye-bye, pretty boy. Episode 5, Not Quite Famous. This will be interesting. I'm gonna say since Courtney's not there, her vibes don't want to get broken. As for who would participate, the same people will participate except Justin, who I say could be replaced by Izzy. Oh, that's her little dance at the rattlesnake. But I'm gonna say this time she wouldn't be looking at Owen, she'd be looking at Ezekiel. Which would show that Izzy has a crush on Ezekiel. Like, Harold's beatboxing skills is gonna help the Bass win the second challenge, and in the end, Cody's sent to go home. Thanks to Heather. Thanks to Heather convincing others to vote for him. Episode 6, The Sucky Outdoors. This episode will kind of be interesting because I believe with Ezekiel's homeschool, with Ezekiel being homeschooled, I'm pretty sure his parents taught him a lot about wildlife, so I think that would help them out a lot in the challenge. I'm gonna say Katie, it said you don't get lost, so yeah. Katie said he won't get lost since Sadie's already voted out. And I'm gonna say the Gophers still lose, and this time they vote out Tyler because they feel his clumsiness might cost them in the future. So yeah, Tyler would go home not without getting a kiss from Lindsay. Yeah. Episode 7, Phobia Factor. This will be kind of interesting. Like, we know we know Katie's fear is most likely bad haircuts as well. Let's see, Zeke's fear, maybe Moose or Cthulhu, as I've read in Total Drama Comeback. I'm gonna say Moose. Eva's fear, probably having to dress feminine. Noah's fear, probably getting an answer wrong. I'm gonna say, but Courtney not there, maybe Duncan wouldn't conquer his fear. I'm gonna say, that being said, the Gophers still win, and you're probably gonna hate me for this, but I'm gonna say it's between Duncan and Katie. And it's decided that Katie will be going home just so they could reunite her with Sadie. So that will be the end of Katie and Sadie's time. Episode 8, Up the Creek. I don't see much would change. Not gonna say much will change. Let's see. Ezekiel canoes with DJ. Bridget canoes with Jeff. Then I'm gonna say Eva, Harold, and Duncan canoe together. I'm gonna say this time Noah would group with Gwen, would canoe with Gwen. I'm gonna say not much would change about that episode, except I'm gonna say Beth wouldn't take that idol. So there'd be no curse. The Killer Bass win thanks to DJ. And I'm gonna say since Beth didn't take the idol, Izzy would not have gotten found by the RCMP. And I'm gonna say Noah gets voted out. Just for the hell of it. I don't know why. But yeah. Noah gets voted out. Episode 9. Paintball Deer. Dude. Not much really changed. Except there's no bear for Cody to get mauled by, which means since Cody's already voted out, and the Bass is still gonna win. This time, thanks to Ezekiel's hunting skills. And this time, I'm gonna say Heather successfully convinced a few people to get Beth kicked off, and that will be the end of Beth's story. Episode 10, If You Can't Take the Heat. I'm gonna say maybe Ezekiel. I'll probably say they let Ezekiel be head chef, and they still do the little Italian thing. That wouldn't change. I'm gonna say Heather's eyebrows won't get blown off, and I don't think they lock her in the freezer. And this time, since Owen is not, this time when Owen eats all the food and they lose, I'm gonna go ahead and say our lovable low Owen will be eliminated. I love him, but there was no way he should have stayed on that island after he cost the COVID challenge. Episode 11, Who Can You Trust? This would be an interesting one. Courtney and Sadie are not there, so I guess Ezekiel and Ava would do the little reverse William Tell thing. Also, I could also see when you ask for Bunny, I'm not gonna say he gets eaten. I'm gonna say this time, after the challenge, they give Bunny back to DJ before they go to a swim. So that means Bunny, like the first Bunny, would not get eaten by the snake, then the eagle, and the shark. And Duncan would have no reason to go find a second Bunny for DJ. As for who gets eliminated, I'm gonna go ahead and say it will be Ava. I don't know why, I'm just gonna say maybe there's not really much people to choose from, and I guess Eva might have been a good asset, but I think I'm gonna say her temper kind of scares everyone, so they decide to vote her out for her own sake, so she doesn't either end up snapping at everyone. Episode 12, Basic String. This will be interesting since Courtney's not there, so not much will really change. Except maybe, I think maybe Izzy could convince Ezekiel to rate Chris's personal trailer, and they get the stuff, and I think they'd be the ones that kiss, and that marks the beginning of Ezekiel and Izzy's relationship. And Harold will have nobody to break the votes against, so yeah. In the end, the Gophers still win again, and they decide that Harold will be the one. They vote out Harold this time. They vote out Harold this time since there's no votes for him to rig. So yeah, Harold will be going over this time. Episode 13, Extreme Torture. Let's say Zeke takes the place of Harold, seeing how there's blanks. Like that'd probably be one thing I change. Another thing I change is, well, the episode would basically go the same. Except Ezekiel will replace Harold in the whatchamacallit challenge, the little mud skiing challenge, and this time I'm gonna say since Trent was injured, they decided he'd have to be medevaced to get treatment. So yeah, Trent will be medically evacuated from the game. So yeah, that happens. Episode 14, brunch of disgustingness. That episode won't really change. I'm gonna say the guys still win and go on the cruise. Episode 15, no pain, no gain. The two people that will be returning are Courtney and Noah. Yeah, Courtney and Noah will be returning. I'm gonna say Courtney will be trying to boss the girls around. And I'm gonna say Shauna still beats out Courtney. And in the end, Courtney is sent right back home. Play whatever. Courtney is sent right back off the island. Because nobody wants to deal with that. Let's see. Next episode, search but do not destroy. Search, do not destroy, whatever. Not much will change, but since Trent's not there, Heather will not try to break them up. Gonna say, this time she probably manipulate everyone into voting. She probably manipulate a few people into voting out Jeff. Yeah, Jeff will be voted out. It goes to invincibility and they vote out Jeff. And Bridget will confess. Bridget and Jeff will confess their feelings to one another, and we get a proper kiss goodbye, and Jeff goes home. Next episode, 17. Hide and be sneaky. Not much will really change. Maybe Izzy and Ezekiel will probably hide together. Or, I'm gonna say the Shauna still wins invincibility. Well, not Heather, but I'm gonna say the guys' alliance would decide voting out Lindsay would be the best bet to knock Heather down a peg. And the bombshell will be going home. After that, I saw the chain. Heather will have nobody to build her bike, which means she built her bike herself. I'm gonna go ahead and say this time DJ is the last one to cross the line. He'd be voted out. Oh yeah, and another thing about it, when Izzy gets voted out, she realized Heather doesn't give a damn about her. It was still right on her. Now back to what I said about this. DJ would be the last one to cross the line and he'd get eliminated, unfortunately. So, next episode, Hook on a Screamer. Not much will change except this time. Not much will change except this time. Since I wasn't there, Izzy and Ezekiel will be the ones bringing out the bushes. Chef still catch them, but this time Ezekiel will tell Izzy to run and go get help, and he'll try to hold him off, which will make Izzy, which would impress Izzy enough, and he probably gets another kiss. Then he gets a kiss, another kiss. I'm gonna say this time that Bridget would be the one voted out for screaming a lot. Next episode, well, we're not gonna go in wild. This episode will kind of be interesting. this time they fought out. I'm gonna say Izzy still gets voted out. But this time she gave he'll get back yes and then poofs away. Try on by triathlon. Let's see. Finals 6 are Ezekiel, Gwen, Heather, Duncan, Noah, Ezekiel, Gwen, Heather, Noah, Ezekiel, Gwen, Heather, Noah, Duncan. And the show. Damn it. Here's my triathlon. I'm gonna say Duncan would be the one eliminated. Hot Camp Tour. This time, people will be smart and Heather will be going home. She'd go home with their hair intact. I'm never gone wild would be a non-elimination episode. I'll Be There Yeti will be the end of Ezekiel's arc. He'd end in 4th place, which means the final 3 is 3 will be Noah, Heather. Noah, Gwen, and LaShawna. I'm gonna say it's a long and no, but this time LaShawna will be voted out. The final 2 will be Gwen and Noah, and I'm gonna say Gwen wins. And that's what if Ezekiel did not say those sexist comments. I know I made Ezekiel I know I kind of dragged Ezekiel to the long run, but this is my fan fiction, my decision. Okay? Thank you. I own none of the music you may hear. All rights go to Fresh TV and the composers. Goodbye.